Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee with White. Today, we are back at the Ivy Design outlet in Markaz Al Baja to interview somebody rather prolific. His name is Shakir Jalal, aka the Da Vinci of Oman. Shakir Jalal, welcome to another edition of Coffee with Why. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's pleasure mine. Pleasure mine. Really, thanks for having me here.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, Shakir, you are touted as the Da Vinci of Oman, and that's a big title.
Yes.
How did that come to your plate?
Okay. It's a long story actually, but I try to make it short. So I have done the new version of Mona Lisa painting. I'm sure you have seen that.
Of
yes.
course. Of
Yeah.
course.
So after doing the Mona Lisa painting, I got started from the media that Da Vinci of Oman drawing the new version of Mona Lisa. So before that, they used to call me the master of classic art, the detail art. There were different names, to be honest. But once making the Mona Lisa painting with the new version, so I did some changes that if Mona Lisa were alive today, how she would look. So that was the painting, and from there, the Da Vinci of Oman started.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I believe it's the smile, the Omani woman, and that smile that set it apart from other paintings.
It's everybody have different opinions, honestly, and I don't want to say mine because I don't want to just limit people's eye view into the painting. It's a smile, it's the eyes, but I want people to see that painting and take their own judgment. What is the special on that? It's the eyes, or it's the smile, or what is it?
Definitely. But
Yeah.
how did that idea come about?
Okay, the idea actually, I was drawing different paintings for last 20 years. So I wanted to come on that level to challenge the Da Vinci, who's very known with the Mona Lisa. I'm not saying that's not a special painting, that's an outstanding painting, worldwide is known. So, but I always see myself into the master's levels, the old master, the old school, how they paint and how they draw, how they see people and how they put the feelings of the blood and the skin into the paintings. So I was doing the same for a couple of years. Then I decided if I was the Da Vinci today, if I was the Michelangelo today, if I was the Picasso today, if I'm going to do the world's best painting, Mona Lisa, how she should look like. So I started doing it, and it was a magnetic for everyone.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
can you tell me about your journey? How did this passion for art start?
Okay, art actually, I'm doing it since my childhood, since once I was very young. I used to see, lights, shadows, details, colors wherever I go. And I try to put those into my sketchbook, into my papers, which whenever I have papers, I have a pen, I do scratching. I do sketches, I do scratching and all that. So it started from there. So and slowly people start appreciating what I do. They like and from my family, to be honest, there was no support. No one would like it because everybody in those times they was thinking to be a doctor or an engineer,
True.
a pilot. So I was the only one to say I want to be an artist. So I was, they see me very weird person. So there was no artist in the family, and I was the first one having that ambition to be an artist. So I was not welcomed. Okay, so as I said, the people around me, it was my friends and my colleagues and the neighbors, let's say, around me, and people I see, they really appreciate my art. So they see a talent on me because they could never done what I was doing. And they call me, this is genius. So they used to call me genius in art. So, but as I said, in family, no one were welcoming this except my mom. Except my mom, there was a huge support. She was the motivation. Even I appreciate the people around me, my friends, and the society even. But if my mom's support was not there today, I couldn't be this artist. Yeah, and she used to always comment. She always used to comment that, okay, you can do it better. You tell me you see details, but I don't see details in your paintings now. So, that always give me the bull's eye then, to have the bull's eye to see the details in the paintings and bring it into reality.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
How many years did you have to train to get the details into your paintings?
See, I'm drawing since maybe before school even. I don't remember honestly the date or the year where I was holding a pen and doing scratching or making a sketch. I don't remember the date exactly. What I remember that I'm painting. I'm doing some crazy stuff. Yeah, even today, like today when I go in my offices, whenever I have a conference call in my office, So I'm listening, I'm talking and everything, but my hands is moving, you know. So one part of the brain is like into professional, and the second part of the creativity, it again goes to the sketches.
Definitely. But
Yeah.
you're a banker and you're a very successful banker. I've heard.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
But how do you get the time to manage both your professions?
I don't have time. I don't have time for art. I have time for my work. I have like, let's say 7:45 up to 3 or 45 or 4 o'clock. This is the time which I have for my work, to do my profession, to do the work in my professional life. But coming back, if you ask me how much time I have for my art, I don't have time. It just comes naturally. I come back home, I would just want to paint. I go out with my friends for a coffee, and I come back, I just want to paint. So there are days like I paint and I draw for like 5-6 hours, and there are days I just do it for 1 hour, and there are days I don't do it even. So as I said, it's all comes naturally. It comes love, you know, the feelings which I have. Even if I'm stressed or if I'm in a good mood or a bad mood, that never stopped me to paint.
Definitely.
It always goes. It comes itself actually with me.
Definitely. But how
Yeah.
many paintings do you think you've created so far?
It's beyond 200. I can say that. Yeah, beyond 200.
And
Yeah.
your exhibition in the Opera House was well received. 18 portraits of His Majesty the Sultan?
Yes. It was first time done as an Armani. First time done not as an exhibition. I'm saying it was first time done as a Royal Opera exhibiting His Majesty by an Armani artist, and first time an Armani artist exhibiting in Opera House. So that's a huge honor, and I really appreciate Opera House and their management team and Said Kamel. There was a huge support from them, and from there really I boost as an artist, to be honest.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like you're getting the support, Shakir, but do you think young Omani artists are getting the motivation and support from the people around them?
Honestly, I feel today people get more support than when I was in a young age. There was no social media when I was in a young age. So if today I just draw an eye, for example, and I put it in a social media, there will be 100 or 1,000 people appreciate what I'm doing because they don't know me. They appreciate what is the art. But if you show the same art to people close to you, people won't appreciate the way they do it, you know, because people always close to you, they have doubts in your talents. Always. Your friends, your family members, majority of them have doubts in your talent. But people, they don't know you, they don't have doubts in your limitations, you know, of your skills or knowledge or talent or creativity. They don't know you. They don't see any boundaries. So they always appreciate what you do and they want to see more.
Definitely.
Yeah. So this is where you have it now in the social media. You just do something and show it to people, see how much they appreciate. So in our days, it was very, very low. It's like, you know, you always get a pushback, don't do it. You will do it bad, or they don't trust that you are that talented.
True.
But today, there are people, they can see your talent, they give you a comment, they support you, they give you a motivation, you can keep doing better.
Definitely.
But the thing that we have good artists, we have crazy, talented artists in Oman. I have seen some of their work, but again, the question is, they spend most of the time talking in the social media than sitting in the room and painting. Because you become better artists by doing the art, not by talking about the art. Yeah? So even me, if you see me, lots of time I disappear from social media. I'm not 24/7 guy to social media. I do use social media, but not like 24/7, because I have to give time for myself as well.
True.
I have to read books, I have to do art, I have to do sketches, I have to find out people's biography, what they have done and how they become legendaries, you know. So all this will come by watching the masters how they work, watching the master how they did it. Then you can implement the same, you can be one of new masters. But if you just watch and keep talking, nothing will happen, nothing will change, it will remain the same. After 5 years, you realize that you're still on the same place in terms of your art or having that right skills.
Perfect. But Shakir, you did tell me at some point
Yeah.
before this interview that you're releasing a book.
Yes.
What is it about?
So, okay, I started writing a book. I reached on the third chapter now. This book, it's about the way I think, how I see the life, how I see the landscapes, how I see the lights, the shadows, the colors. It's not about painting. I'm not going to teach in the book how you paint. In this book, I'm going to show you how I think. I'm not teaching people even how to think. No. If you want to know how I think, how Shakir thinks, how I see things in terms of life, happiness, anything comes to my mind, I'm trying to put it in the book. I reach on the third chapter. There are a long way to go. I'm planning to finish it this year. I'm giving it. I'm working really hard into it, very hard. I'm trying to give the best time as much I can. So it's work in progress, I can say. But again, if you ask me when it's going to be released, I'm not sure. Even I didn't approach any printing company or to get a contract or to make the deal with them. No, no, no. I'm just giving the full attention because I don't want to have a timeline where I have to work fast. No, no. My idea, it's more should be quality than the quantity, or should be more quality only just by releasing a book. It's not should be a book. It should be Shakir's book. So it should be wow. To be honest, that's my idea.
Definitely.
Yeah, I have to do something good, or I should not do it.
Definitely,
Yes.
definitely. Do you receive criticism for your art from any sides?
All the time, all the time. I love that actually because that's the area where that's the truth actually. I'm not saying people say if you're bad, that's mean you're not bad. No, you are. If people tell me that okay, it's not nice, these colors are not, the details is not nice, I took it. I took that as a gift to be honest. And today, where I am in my professional and personal life, it's all about these people, and I like them. I love them. And if someone comes to me in my face and says you are 1, 2, 3, 4 as you know as areas of improvement, I will invite him for a coffee. To be honest, sit with him and get more out of him. That what are the areas where I can improve and
Definitely.
make it better. Yeah.
Definitely. Do you think the youngsters of today, and we touched upon this topic, but do you think they're open to criticism?
I cannot say yes, I cannot say no because I just see if it depends. If you're talking about artists always they don't welcome any feedback to be honest because they what I'll tell you it's not bad because they against it. No, they have their own imagination, they have their own world. You cannot enter in their world and tell them this is not your thing. For example, you cannot come to my room and tell me you cannot sit here. It's my room. I can sit wherever I want.
True, very
so
true.
the artists they have their own imagination, their own world. Not every artist will tell you yes or agree with you. Any artist you ask him this is you could make it better, he will tell you I did it purposely. Yeah, exactly. They did it purposely. So that's just their imagination. So I know I'm not saying I'm different, but I love to get this kind of feedback because this feedback is really what makes the difference. And for the youngsters, I will really my biggest support for them or my biggest advice for them. I can say it's not an advice because they're an artist. So it should this advice word is very small for them to give them advice. I can say it's just a feedback or a support where if they took this kind of feedback, they will go into next level. Otherwise, they just be in their room. They cannot see the whole building. They're just within a room actually.
Definitely. Do you have any plans to train these young students?
I do have plans, honestly. I was planning to do it this year, but again, after approaching the countries where I can do my showcase my art, inshallah, so I changed it to be honest. I do have some plans to give some art classes where I want to do it for very young people first, not to show them how to draw, the young people, which is, I can say, it's not to show them how to draw, first to show them how to see things as an artist. The outcome will come then in the paper. But the different here, we don't observe much, we don't see much, we just try to use the hand. The hand will always give you the wrong direction. It will always give you the wrong lines, the wrong details as well, because you are not observing the way your hand is needed. So if you observe the details, if you observe the lights and shadows and colors, then you can give command to your hand, to your fingers to get it done, and it will be done.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so this is the way I want to teach the youngsters. And the professionals, that will be different. It's only techniques and the way they can improve the art. That's it.
Definitely. Shakir, this was an amazing interview, and your points definitely, I hope the people will take.
Yeah, it's pleasure's
something
mine,
from it.
pleasure's mine. And thank you for having me, honestly.
Thank
Really
you so much,
appreciate it.
Shakir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Your home, our passion. ID Design.